This is Wendy from Perfectly Gorgeous Papercraft. Today I would like to share with you this beautiful pot of flowers. Now this is one pot of flowers that will never die. Absolutely beautiful. On the back of mine I just put on a little fridge magnet, so whoever you give that to, they can stick it on their fridge and it's going to be there for a long time and they get to look at the gorgeous creation. The insert just slides out, so this is where you can write on your sentiment, and it just slots back inside the little pot. It's just gorgeous. I'm using the new in colours. For the pot I've actually used Sahara sand, and then I've got the gorgeous Emerald Envy ribbon, and the leaves I've done in Emerald Envy, and I'm using the Sweet Sugar Plum and Peekaboo Peach. So just adorable. Let me show you what materials you need to make this unique card. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you, I'm just going to put the card base to one side. I'd like to, well, we will do the flowers in a second. I just forgot to tell you that we're using the Botanical Builder framelit dies, and I'm also going to use the Botanicals For You, which was a celebration stamp set. The only thing I've chosen to use out of there though is just this little flower, just a stamp on the insert. So I've just taken that out of there. I'm just going to put that to one side. Okay, with all of the flowers that you need, obviously you can see on here, I haven't actually done the measurements because all I do, it's just a little tip for you. I just get myself a piece of cardstock. So here is the Sweet Sugar Plum, and if you pull out the framelits that we require and just place it on, and I just then cut around with my scissors because it doesn't have to be perfect, and continue to do that until you've got all the little bits and pieces that you need. I'm just going to sit that one back on there. We actually need to run it through the Big Shot 3 times. So the first time, that's the setup that you will require. You're going to run that one through your Big Shot. Just take those ones off, and then I'm going to show you the setup that you need to run it through again. We actually need 2 of these gorgeous leaves, probably my all-time favourite leaf, love it, and then the Sweet Sugar Plum with that flower there. Sugar Plum, and then the Peekaboo Peach. So the second time you run it through the Big Shot, whoopsie daisy, that's the setup that you require. So run that one through, and the third time is really easy because all you need is another one of those little Sweet Sugar Plum flowers. Okay, once you have done all of that, I'm just going to put that all to one side because, of course, as I always do, I have done all of my little flowers, just to save time on the video for you. What else you're also going to need, just with the Peekaboo Peach and your little flower Stampin' Up punch, if you don't have this one, you can use any little flower, and just punch out 5 of those, and that's all the flowers that you're going to need. So I always like to get the flowers done first. Grab your bone folder, make sure you curl up all of the leaves on all of your flowers. With the small flowers, I'm just going to give you a little tip. Just with your little Stampin' Up mat and a little, they call these embossing tools, and just with one that has a large ball on the end of it, if you just place your little flowers onto your foam mat and just go on with your little ball, and you can very quickly curl up the gorgeous leaves on this flower, just to make it pop up, and it's so quick, you can do a heap of them in no time. So that's just that little tip. Alright, we'll get on with making our pot. So with your big piece, all you need to do with that one, I've just realised, I pre-cut a few of these pots because I like to get, when I'm making the pots, I never make one. I will make maybe even up to 10 of them, and then I can just pop them in one of my drawers. And the same with the flowers, I'll just do a whole heap of flowers, and then yeah, one day if I've just got a spare half an hour, I'll just come in here and pull out my pre-done flowers, my pre-done pots, and I can easily just whip up a card. It's really easy. So the one that I showed you there, I have used the Sahara sand. For this one, the pot on this one, I'm going to use the Tip Top Taupe. So like I said, I will pre-make lots of pots, and I always tend to do them in different colours, so you've got a bit of a choice. And you've already scored on those ones, like I said, so just go over your score lines with your bone folder on that one. You just need the smaller bit to fold over, and then the larger bit goes away from you. Then once you've done that, just lift up your little flap, and we just need to create the pot shape. So just get a ruler that has got inches on it, and all you're going to do, it's really easy, just make a mark at 1/2 inch on both sides. So just a little mark along the bottom, so 1/2 inch in, make a mark, 1/2 inch in on the other side and make a mark. And then with your ruler, just from the top down to the mark you've just made, you're just going to do a ruler line, just like so. And we'll do the same on the other side. Make that ruler line. And then just come in with your scissors and simply cut up the line. On both sides, obviously. They're very easy. If you have a little bit of a ruler line, you can just go over that with your rubber just to get rid of that line. And there you have your pot shape. I like to emboss my pot, so with this one I've just used the lattice embossing folder. So you're just going to pop both of those, like keep that folded back, pop that whole thing inside your embossing folder, keeping the top part out because I don't want to emboss that one, and you will just run that through your big shot. So once you've done that, my big shot is actually in the other room. So for this pot, I'm not going to run off and emboss it. I will just keep this one plain. And then to seal it closed, I just pop on a couple of glue dots. So just on each side, as close to the edge as you can, just using 4 of those glue dots, and then you can just close that one up and that'll keep it together. And then if you just put another one in the middle just to hold down the top of that, then we'll come in with this gorgeous new ribbon. Like I said, it's in the Emerald Envy. I absolutely love all of the new in colours. I don't quite know which one's my favourite as of yet because I love them all. So we're just going to wrap that around the pot and tie that in a bow. There we go. Just have a little fiddle around with that one until you're happy with your bow. And we'll just give that tail a bit of a trim. And there you have your pot, nice and easy. And then with the other 2 pieces that you need, with the Whisper White and the flower, I'm just going to stamp on just a couple of those down the bottom. I only ink that up once because I like to have the different shades of green, and then we'll just sponge around the edges of that. There we go. Beautiful. And just using a little bit of Tombow glue on the back of that one. My Tombow glues are actually just starting to run out. I'm just going to show you this little tip. As you know, once they run out, if you just keep them flat on your craft desk, it's really hard then to get the last little bit out of there. So I just have a stubby cooler next to my desk and I just keep them in there upside down, and then when I grab it, I'm going to make sure that I use every last little bit before I have to open another one. Glue that one down onto there. There we go. And you can place that one inside your pot. It fits in there beautifully. Now when I'm popping on my flowers, I always do it with my insert inside the pot because then you can see just where you need to place them. And another little idea is, I've just got a C6 size envelope, and if you place your pot down on the top of your envelope, you can also see where you need to go so that it will fit, because obviously you want it to fit into the envelope. So if you keep it on there, you can just be very careful when you're putting on your flowers to make sure that when you're finished it's going to fit inside. So all we need to do now, we've already done our flowers, and I always do my leaves first. So with the Tombow glue, we're just going to pop a little bit on the back of this gorgeous leaf, and we'll pop that one down. So all of your gluing is going to be on the insert. None of it actually goes onto the pot. And yeah, every piece that I put down, apart from one, I've used Tombow glue as well. So you only need just a little bit onto the back, Like I said, as you can see, just be careful if you've got it on your envelope to see that you don't have it too high, because you want it to fit inside. And then we can just go on with these gorgeous flowers. So the Peekaboo Peach will go on next. You're just going to place that one down there. We're just going to hold that just for a couple of seconds, just to make sure that's been glued down. And then the Sweet Sugar Plum I will do next. There's just just a little bit of an order when you're putting them down. But I think as long as you do your leaves first and then the two main flowers, then you can just have a little play with the rest of them. We'll just spread them all out over here, and we'll go ahead and put all of those on. Spare one there. With the spare little flower, what I tend to do is, if you have a look around at what you've decorated, if you see a bit of a white space, which I can see just in there, that's where I'm going to put that little flower. You don't want to see too much of the white insert, because as you know, you want it to look like beautiful flowers coming out of the top of the pot. And there we have it. All we need to do to finish that one off is to come in with either Diamante's or some pearls. I'm using pearls on this one, and just in those tiny flowers I've just put a little pearl in the middle. And there we go. See another one there. I was counting there, I thought I've missed one because I knew I put 5 on. Squeeze a little pearl into that one. I'm just going to flip that over, and if I can find my fridge magnets, where did I put those? I've obviously put them somewhere. Here they are. I just buy these fridge magnets from just the cheap shops. I don't know about in America, but here in Australia, these ones were from a shop called Flash Harry's. You can stick that on the back and that will hold it in place on top of the fridge. So there we have it. Absolutely gorgeous. Using 3 of the new in colours, fits perfectly into a standard size envelope. I hope you have lots of fun creating one of these. Thank you so much for watching and supporting me, and I'll see you all next time.